Welcome back to Weekend Today in Central New York. Last year about this time, we brought you the story of a car salesman who started fundraising for Alzheimer's after it took his mother away. He raised almost $2,500 last year and promised to do it again this year. And he is. Derek Cicerelli is raising awareness as well as money, and he joins us right now. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
You know, a lot of people said, yeah, you're going to do it next year. Sure you are. You kept your word.
I'm a man of my word, and if that's one thing that I have is I keep to my word. With everything. My manager, Todd Mulhern, on the very last day when I couldn't walk and, I fell on some ice during the winter month, obviously, we had some snow, and he said, he goes, Derek, he says, you should just go home. I says, well, I told the public, put it out there that I was going to be there till 8 o'clock tonight. I'm going to be here till 8 o'clock, and I stayed and struggled on. Of course, my co-workers, they were able to help me move some sold cars and some trade-ins, and everybody helps me at East Syracuse Chevrolet, coming right down from Mr. Barbuto all the way down to the people, the staff in the back and the staff in the offices.
What have you learned in the past year about Alzheimer's? Because obviously, yes, you're fundraising right now, but there's been several months in between.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of people that'll walk up to me and they'll say, hey, Derek, thank you for doing what you're doing. I've learned so much from people just coming up and talking to me about it. I'm always there to, lend an ear and hear their story and share my story. And, when you do that, it helps me grieve. When I'm, I can spend all day talking about this. And when you are talking to someone else that has experienced what you experienced,
it's cathartic for you,
yes,
and
absolutely.
Helpful for them.
Absolutely.
Sure.
This comes right down not only to the family members, of course, your loved one, but the caregivers. The caregivers are out there. All the people, like, for example, my mother was at Loretto, and I talked about that a little bit last year. All the caregivers up there, Anita, for example, up there over Loretto, she was really a good caregiver.
Sure. It's not a one-person disease.
No, it is not.
Let's talk about the nuts and bolts. You're accepting donations for Alzheimer's again.
I will be at East Syracuse Chevrolet for every hour that dealership is open this month. I'm not leaving even after hours. Sometimes we've been there after 8 o'clock at night. So,
and through the month of March.
Through the month of March.
Okay.
All right, and you don't have to just buy a car. I'm going to be making the donations, of course, from the proceeds of my automobile sales.
Okay.
Those of you that want to come in and contribute to this cause can come on in and ring that bell for Maryland. There's a purple bell for Alzheimer's. You come in and you ring that bell when you make your donation.
Thank you so much for coming in. Again, whether he falls on the ice this year or not, he's going to be there. If you want to raise awareness and money, donations are accepted at East Syracuse Chevrolet. You can also get in touch with the Alzheimer's Association here in Central New York. There is their website.